what you want.
Welcome back. No means nerds. No
And
means nothing next.
you
No means no
getting
next.
what you
No means
need.
no
No
nerds next. No means no next. To episode 40
Oh,
and the penultimate episode
lordy,
of round one. The penultimate episode of round one. And you know us.
Lordy,
We're the three
lordy.
nerds. We're the three nerds who have the taken on the stupid task of trying to find the best No Means No song of all time. Spoilers, there isn't one. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan.
Matthew, hello.
I'm Michelle, also known as Strangey.
Strangey. And we're going to bring you 4 more songs tonight. Almost the last ones, but not quite the last. So before we do that, you all know we like to have a little segment called The Power of Positive Drinking. Last week, we flipped the script on you. 2 of us had coffee, and the one who wasn't drinking was drinking. Let's see where we're at tonight. I am doing both. I not only have a nice cup of tea in my ridiculously branded glass, but I also am back to having some whiskey because it's been a while. So I'm looking forward to that. And Michelle, what have we got from you today? Oh, I missed the widget.
Oh,
I missed it.
what do you think that is?
I'm hoping it's a sweet
It's the
Guinness.
Lord's tears.
The Lord's tears.
Oh, Matthew.
Ooh, that's why you're our Foley artist right there.
Oh, that's why you made me the Foley artist.
You got the sweet.
Uh-oh,
Well, that
Matthew's
and
smirking.
every other
What's he
thing we
got?
do
What
to
do
be
you
here.
have?
Oh
in
no,
there?
nothing
Some
exciting.
fucking snake juice?
I've been sick all week. I'm like super
Yeah.
dehydrated, so I have actually I do have something kind of interesting right here. Is a little bit of kvass that my friend made. It
Nice.
is made from beets. And
wow.
it is very, very earthy and delicious, and it's helping my digestion. And for the rest of the night, I'm going to be drinking large glasses of hydrogen dioxide.
Excellent.
with dissolved
Excellent.
carbon dioxide.
Excellent.
Oh, man.
Very good. Well, cheers to all of you, and out there, grab them if you got them, lift a glass, and prepare to either agree or disagree with our often ridiculous choices. So
Right.
I'm going to take a good swig of this.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah,
interested to
let's
see what
wait.
you guys would think of this stuff. Actually, this kvass, because it is very
Looks good to me.
beety.
Looks like NyQuil.
I like beets.
Yeah, well, it's got the same molecule, geosmin, at petrichor, that smell that everybody likes after it rains,
Here we
after it
go
hasn't
with the
rained for a long
words.
time.
Oh, nice.
So like
Wow.
Nice.
the thing that makes beets taste kind of soily is the
Ow.
molecule that what the humans kind of a pathetic little olfactory apparatus is most sensitive to. So it makes sense that we would evolve to smell rain from a long way away. So it is the smell.
Nice.
It is the smell of life.
So if you've ever wanted to drink that smell of rain, just get some of this sweet
Beet
juice.
glass, yeah.
Some beet juice. And
Sorry.
please,
No, beat
Matthew,
down.
please do not panic later when you pee blood. It's not blood. It's
Oh,
just
I know.
beets.
I'm very aware. Very,
Does
very
that
aware.
happen for real? You pee
yeah,
For
like
sure it does.
really?
Sure, you pee red. You pee red. Red on red, but sorry, couldn't resist.
The
I know, I don't
all
know
right.
that.
betylene pigment, which the beets
Look
are one
at
of the
this
only
guy.
What
plants
the
that
fuck?
produce
What did
it.
I say about his brains, man? What the fuck?
Fucking who needs Wikipedia? We got Matthew, man. He's fucking far
Your
more entertaining.
betaline's going out your ween.
Totally.
Oh shit.
That's right. Boom.
Betaline's out my weens.
I was reading about
All
this
right.
stuff. It is a pigment that only plants in that class produce. No other plants produce it. So it's like beets and cactuses. It's sort of like that magenta color. An
Yeah.
impossible
Nice.
color.
That's what it looks like.
And it doesn't
Nice.
doesn't occur in any other group of plants.
Wow, that's
So it's
pretty
like
impressive.
alien
Not the
pigment.
Guinness plant either.
Not the Guinness plant. Wah, wah. All right, well, everybody, let's do this. I'm getting a little bit nostalgic already. The fact that we're so close to having talked about I would say canonical, but I think pretty much fucking every No Means No song. So today our first matchup is going to start with boom, boom, boom,
Oh my
boom,
god.
boom, boom, boom,
my
boom.
fucking
You know
God.
it. You fucking know it. It's fucking here. It finally caught up. It's exactly. It's catching up. Has caught our ass. It's here,
Oh,
and it is probably one of the first songs many people heard, and it's the opener, of course, off of Wrong, going up against "Living Is Free," which is the opener off of Mama, another album that may have been many people's entry point. So, two entry point songs on two seminal albums separated by a very, very long time. It's catching up, of course, off of Wrong 1989,
Oh,
and of
boy.
course, Live and Cuddly. And then Living Is Free off of Mama 1982.
Oh, 7 whole years
So,
between them.
7 whole
Holy
years between
shit.
them, but a seeming lifetime of
7
aesthetic
years.
change.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with, this song, man. It's hard to believe it saved itself almost for last. We're going to start up with a little bit of It's Catching Up. So I want everyone to buckle up, put on your diapers, because here's a little bit of this fucking song.
Have you heard the news? The dead walk. You hear that sound? You hear that sound? Like fingers scratching underground. You hear that sound? That slamming door. I fought it all my life, but I can't fight it anymore. It's catching up. I fought a dead duck. Shit out of luck. How do you hide from something you have found? Do you hear that sound? That scratching sound? Is it better to be lost or found? You can't ignore it. You can't talk it away. You can't drink it away. You can't fuck it away. It's catching up. I fought a dead duck. Shit out of luck.
All right, Matthew, you have the inauspicious honor of going first for this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you were saying. A lot of people were introduced to and are introduced to No Means No because of Wrong. It was most people, the album that people know, if they're going to know one, is probably that one. And it's probably the one that a lot of people would introduce a lot of newbies to. So this is some of the first sounds of No Means No that a lot of people would hear. And the first lyrics that the people would hear, do you hear that sound?
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah.
That's not the first words. I'm going to correct
Wait,
you.
what are the first words?
Have you heard the
Have you
news?
heard the
Okay,
news?
sorry,
Dead
that's what I
walk.
meant. That's the dead walk. Do you hear that sound?
Well, see,
anyway, some of the first words.
Right there in the beginning.
Yeah,
That's me
whoops.
being a pedantic asshole. Done. Whoops.
What?
The song is really hard for me, and I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, but it's really hard for me not to hear an insane Finnish person enthusing
yes!
over top of it in my
Ah, but
brain.
it's
Going
really
like,
good. adults.
Oh, no,
Fucking
that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Radio
no
X.
means no.
means no.
no. I love that.
So if people don't know what we're ranting about, it's also the sort of intro to No Means No's live album.
Yeah.
It's Live and Cuddly, and they used I don't remember it, but it's a Finnish radio intro, and it's a
It is.
from I don't remember which city near Helsinki. I seem to remember it
These
wasn't
guys are
Helsinki.
jacked up, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's real
It's a lot.
excited,
They
and
want you
Finnish
to
is
go
such
to
an
the
interesting
show.
sounding language. It's such a quiet and muttering sounding language much of the time, but not this time.
No,
Nope.
not at all.
So, I like to think that there's a lot more to this song than a song about being chased by zombies. But then, we really, really sort of waxed poetic about what was going on in Dead Souls, and then we were told, no, it's a song about zombies. So maybe it's like super into zombies, but I'm gonna still say what the song makes me think of. It's catching
Yeah,
up.
do it.
I don't know. I've often thought that it's maybe about mental illness. So there's a little literal interpretation, but also being chased by your demons, chased by the things that never really were alive, things that never came to pass. So maybe the hell that somebody afflicted by schizophrenia might experience.
All right,
So,
maybe.
because
Yeah.
right at the end, give me asylum, let me in. I am mad. You are my only witness. So, an asylum, you're taken in and be safe, but it's also the place where the crazy people go. So, I think
Yep.
it was a little double
Yep.
entendre there.
Right.
Yeah, musically, the song just,
Oh,
it's like
my God.
tearing itself free of the ground. It is like,
Oh yes,
just like,
great way to say it.
it just sort of picks up. This is the fucking way to play a hi-hat.
You're
Oh my
goddamn
God,
right
Jesus.
it is. You're goddamn right.
What
Yes.
and ultimately
Oh.
like the alternating
have
hands
that.
on the open hat.
Oh,
Oh,
where's it's in my
incredible.
notes too,
Fucking
man.
hell.
Fucking hell.
Um,
Yep, I got it. That's
And
right.
it's really a I mean, he uses the whole kit, but some of the snare work as well, where there's a part where he is playing on different parts of the head. And it to me, it is almost like a sound poem. It's like somebody running away from something and stumbling
Yeah.
and sort of up on another surface and down and over and jumping over the tree trunk
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's one of the best yells, I would say. It's certainly the best Rob yell near the
Yeah.
end of the song where he just screams. I don't know.
Yep.
This song has pretty much everything I like about No Means No. It's got contrast. It's got tension. It's got
Yeah.
total precision as it builds
Yeah.
and releases. Right at the end, I don't even know what it is. I guess it's the bass, but there's just in the last couple of stanzas, boom. There's like this huge,
Yes,
loud
I know exactly.
bass.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
hit right at the end.
What does John do on the drums though? Think
Oh,
about
it's-
what he's.
That was my question too.
Yep.
It's so it's such a complex combination of the bass and drums right there
Yep.
to just poke your fucking head right in the hole. It's
Exactly.
fucking crazy.
Poker.
Absolutely.
Shove your head in the toilet.
I actually didn't write all that much down because what are you going to say?
How
There's
can
just
you?
like so
I
incredible.
What do you say about this song?
I know.
right?
Such an incredible
I know.
amount to talk about. I mean, musically, there's parts that are really simple, and I think again one of the things that I like about it is they don't, they're playing in total harmony, but also counterpoint, and there's nobody taking center stage, or at least not any one of them really. So it is really just sort of a braid of awesome.
Braid of awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's got
And you
quiet
need
bits.
3 thingies to make the braid
It's got
too.
screaming. It's got it's got everything I need.
It's got humor.
It's even a
got
little bit of
humor,
silliness.
It's got fucking all of it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fucking
So
great.
I'm going to
Thanks,
shut up
brother.
now because
No.
I get very
All
excited
right.
about this song. Yeah.
We should do a whole
Yeah.
episode on just this song because it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks
The song
ass.
sucks.
And then of course it leads
strangely,
into the
what-
tower, which
Yeah, exactly.
is
one of the all-time great transitions
Yes.
too. It's
Yeah.
fucking great. All right, Michelle. I can kind of tell you think this song's shit. So why don't
This
you go
song
ahead and just
sucks.
trash it?
Jordan, when you first heard this album, when Russell wanted you to listen to it, did you start at the first track?
Oh,
You
we're
started-
gonna get there, my friend. We're gonna get there.
Okay, I don't want to
Don't
steal
worry.
your thunder. Okay. If this intro doesn't blow your goddamn mind, then I feel deeply sorry for you.
Yes.
One of the capital THE underline most monumental songs they ever wrote, and if this doesn't make the top 5 list, or okay, maybe the top 10 list of everyone on here and listening, you best just start tuning into the easy listening station because you can't handle the onslaught of one of life's gifts to mankind.
Hell yeah.
All right, I got more to
Preach.
say. I loved how they used this on the intro to Live and Cuddly as it gets you pretty jacked right quick. I am thinking this is an Andy written song. It's given me some winks and nods that it might be
Interesting. Could be.
I don't know. I'd love to know who wrote this, but I think it's Andy because it's kind of got my little tired of waiting. Like, bam,
it's got a
and we're
certain
outta
kind
here.
of currish chaos, let's say.
Yeah. Curse chaos. I see what you're saying. Yep. Okay, where was I in my... Oh, yeah, Andy written song, but I could be wrong. A good use of our tritones in here, along with some aggressive punk funk and utter genius music making. They had to know. They had to know that this song killed, right? Like when they were
Undoubtedly.
playing it, they were just like, we just blew everybody's minds. I think that's hopefully what they were saying. The constant aggressive riff in here is just totally tops. And once again, you can hear the heat getting turned up with both the delivery and the music. And that section you were talking about, Matthew, with that barrel. And it's like, aren't they singing, oh no? John does this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't say it as fast as he goes, doo-doo-doo-doo. He does that with like the lower toms or the...
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Are we talking
I
about
do
the
know what
same
you're talking
things?
about. Yep.
Yeah, John does this fill.
It's fucking crazy.
Oh. All throughout this piece are epic examples of some of the tightest hard music playing ever. And then I had to go on to a post-it note. Oh. I gotta admit something really, really bad. Really so bad.
Okay, I'm ready. We're holding a safe space for
I
you.
can't even look at you.
It's a misheard lyric.
Oh boy, I want to know now.
It's so bad. And I never took the time to look it up because I fucking like the music too much.
Please tell me.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Well,
I'm dying.
Maybe it's... They say, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
A dead duck.
Yep.
I never really put it together that they were saying, I'm fucked. For years, I thought they were saying, I fucked a dead duck. It's so stupid and ignorant.
Oh, that is
so
a very
stupid
different
and
song.
No, I know.
Yeah, quite a different
That is
song.
a
But why
very
would
As you're
different
running away
song.
from the zombie, you tripped
Why-
at the edge of the swamp, and your hard dick from being excited by being afraid just penetrated that dead duck.
Fuck you, Strangey. You have ruined this song forever.
No,
I'm
it's
going to be
so
listening to this forever and hearing
I'm
I
never
fucked
gonna-
a dead
Yeah.
duck.
I'm never going to be able
No, I
to
know,
eat
it's terrible.
duck confit again.
Well, don't do
God
it anyways. But I'm telling
damn
you,
it.
I never. I don't. It's a combination of ignorance and laziness. To look it up. I don't know why I honed in on that thing to hear what they were saying, but all I heard was fuck.
You just summed up the whole American worldview.
a dead.
It is, yep. There you go. There you go.
Anyways, I don't want to end on that note, so I'll say it's a snarly.
How many
tight
googly eyes?
I could talk about this song for a whole episode. I don't think you understand.
Keep going. Keep ranting.
Like, well, here's the thing. You put this music on. You see that we have to do this one. You start the song, and I sit down with a paper and I start the song and I pause it and make notes. But as soon as it started, I just paused it and I just sat there at this blank piece of paper. It's like, what do you say?
Yeah.
These ones that are so epic and monumental and so much a part of your no means no upbringing. How do you write down what you think about this?
I don't
Yep.
know.
I mean, the
helps me
memories
cope
I
with.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helps me
Yeah,
cope with the
it-
fact like this. It sort of symbolizes to me. I didn't talk about this, but like your fears and neuroses, and
Yeah.
the fact that they're making fun of that made me sort of
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I'll just laugh at it. I'm fucked. The dead duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should
Or
have.
you're, yeah, but the goddamn music in this, like, if you played this for anybody, how do you? I can't even talk. I can't finish the sentence. How's your mouth not on the floor when you're hearing
Even if
this?
you don't like the sound of it, wouldn't listen to yourself. You'd
Well,
be
fuck them.
lying to yourself if you didn't at least
Yeah.
appreciate how much skill there is in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You've got to, even if you don't
Yeah.
like it, which I really can't imagine, you've got to respect it.
Oh,
right? Like
shit,
you've
yeah.
got to fucking respect it.
Oh my
And
god.
if you don't, then you haven't paid attention, and your knee is just jerking,
Well-
and you should go and listen to your fucking honky tonk cowboy music.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I told him to go to
for
easy listening station because like you
and
don't
for
even,
anybody-
you don't even get it.
anybody who doesn't appreciate which no one listening to this podcast would fall into this, but for anybody who wouldn't appreciate how virtuosic this is, you go and try to see a band like Dead Cross, who are no
slouches.
Slackers. And, Mike Patton heading it up, who's a long-time No Means No fan. So is Trace Bruins from Mr. Bungle. He used to wear his wrong shirt all over the fucking place. I've talked to him about No Means No. He loves No Means No. And you see them try to play it live and just fucking can't even do it.
They can't do it.
Can't even do it. It's so fucking good. All right, I'll back up. Michelle, you got anything else?
All I'm going to do is sit here and drool. So,
all right, well,
I fucking love this song. Oh my God. We could do a whole episode on this song. I don't even know what to say. It's your turn. Go on.
As you mentioned, Michelle, this was my introduction to No Means No, right? So I've told that story before, sitting in the dorm room.
Yeah.
I was not high yet, really, because he was out. My best bud was out trying to score weed. Came back with like a marble-sized ball of resin because he couldn't find any weed, so he just scraped pipes from all over the dorm.
Ew.
No.
Oh yeah, we smoked it out of an 8-foot bong. It was a night. But how it started for me was sitting in this dark room, big ass cans on my ears, headphones, and what do I fucking first hear is just that boom, boom, boom. And for me, that like everyone talks about Rob's bass playing and his bass tone. This is it, distilled, right? Like those first notes, that's the tone that's like fucking all. You could play me like a nanosecond of that, and I'd be like, Rob Wright.
It's the
like the so
monster
fucking iconic
of No Means No fandom, like hammering on the fucking door to come in.
Exactly. And it cannot help but gallop into my brain and guts. This song is a gut gallop.
It kind of lurches.
Fucker. It's so sometimes it lurches, but there's that.
No, there's galloping for sure.
These threes, you talked about the braiding and the three part. Like to me, like sometimes one part does take the lead. The guitar will go in front, then the drums will go in front, then the bass. And I almost like these three guys are like running away from their neuroses. And one of them get ahead, and the other gets ahead, and then sometimes they're all together, but they're all fucking getting chased. Sometimes they fall down. They're like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna get me!" It's oh my God, it just cements their virtuosity and skill of this fucking band right out of the gate on this album. Probably one of the most iconic opening sounds and songs of any fucking album of all time. It's just so fucking good, and I love the octave shifts in this. I love the way that both Rob and John will play high and then dip low to like just fucking bring the menace on. And Rob does that with his vocals and everything just comes down and shit, it's getting fucking serious.
Yeah.
And the way that at the end when he's back to just the bass beat, the bump, bump, bump towards the end of the song, and John's just fucking wailing on the tom. It's like fucking hell. It is epic, 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 epic. This is what the word epic was fucking invented for. And in terms of the meaning of the song, I kind of agree with you, Matthew, although for me, it's always been a more general song about kind of what you said at the end about everybody's neuroses and shit that we lock deep inside and forget about, right? That shit that we just want to completely forget about. We want to drink it away. We want to fuck it away. We do not want to remember. We do not. Exactly. You got to don't remember fucking that duck for sure. You want to suppress that shit, but you can't. It's always going to catch up. It's always going to come after you. And to tie psychological trauma and its inevitable reemergence with this zombie fucking imagery is just golden. It's beautiful. It's hilarious. It's terrifying. This song is both fucking hilarious and menacing.
Yeah.
How do you accomplish both of those things? How do you not make a song that's like too tongue-in-cheek or too fucking self-serious? Your No Means No, that's how you do it. And you do this song.
Yes.
It's so fucking good. But, you get these really dark, give me asylum, let me, and these fucking things that go right to my guts. And then it's catching up. I'm fucked. A dead duck. Like, that's just fucking funny. A dead duck. That's just fucking funny.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And yet also completely serious at the same time. This song is, and to both of your points, like, on one level, I think I could just talk about this song for an hour. On the other side, it's
totally
like,
could.
what do you say? What else do you say about it? You all know, everyone listening to this, if you're listening to this podcast by now, episode 40, you know this song.
Yeah.
You love this fucking song.
Yeah.
And you could play I think everybody listening to this podcast could play Name That Tune and hear like half a nanosecond of any part of this song and instantly go, oh, it's catching up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Name that tune.
Fucking know it.
You'd kill it.
And I love the way these guys, at times will directly mirror each other, and then one, like Andy will fall off into fuzz, and then Tom will fall off into it's just they're that as both of you said. And one of the things I love about this band, there are no fucking cocky egos here.
Exactly.
Everybody's gonna be up front. Everyone is gonna serve the song at just the right time. They're not gonna be, now's my turn to be a fucking cocky asshole. It's like, no, this is the time when John needs to fucking kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now let's give Rob needs to be out front. Now it's Andy doing his fucking thing.
I don't know. It's like
And
Rob
it all
and Andy
serves the
hanging
song.
off, like hand in off, but they know that John will just be kicking ass constantly in the background, so they just
That's
sort of
right.
they
That's
both
right.
get quiet
They can
because
just-
they know he'll just be doing that. Oh, he's fine.
You can always rely on John. You can always rely on John. But
throw
John
him-
is like,
throw him some
John
soup.
is
Let's let him.
John is fully serving anything that they're doing,
Oh my
which is so
God,
fucking
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not only is like he so good on his own, but he elevates anything he's playing against. He elevates it to a fucking insane degree. And this song, this song is not pared down. That's not what I'd want to say. It's essential. It's like no means
Yeah.
no boiled to its essentials.
Yes.
In the best possible way. It's
Just
not
like your
simple by
weed.
any means.
It's
You
no
got
means no
your,
patchouli.
That's right. Just like that big old nug of resin.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
This is the
It's-
no means no resin ball.
Yeah.
It's,
the pipe
absolutely the no means no resin
Yep.
ball.
No
Nauseating and flavored like smoke.
Oh.
Mm.
God.
Impossible to get off your
Exactly.
fingers.
Impossible
my
to get off your
Or your
fingers
favorite
and
t-shirt.
best sucked through an 8-foot bong. That's
Oh
what I got to say. So
my
it is one of my fondest memories sitting in that dark room with
Oh,
those big
man.
headphones, and I will
Oh.
never forget those initial tones. And it took no time for me to just be like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is fucking it. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Are you kidding me with this?
You had
And by
your
the
mind
end,
blown.
and Matthew, you mentioned it, the bleed in and the noise eruption into the tower is so fucking good too, right? Like that is just, and I remember Andy was saying in one of the notes, they tuned the tower down after it was recorded. They slowed it down a little bit to give it a lower chug because of that. I know they did that, but I think partly it was because they wanted that chuggy transition between them to go darker from this first song.
Makes sense.
So they tuned that even, and they brought the whole fucking thing down a little bit in the recording
I was
for the
figuring this
tower.
out on piano today. I think it is an E. So maybe if I'm playing, maybe it was an A. I don't remember. If it was an E, then that's kind of a cool story that they detuned the E, so it kind of sounds a little bit different.
Well, and
Maybe
they
was
did
A,
it.
though.
They
I
did it
can't
after it was.
remember.
They did it after it was recorded, right? So they actually slowed down the whole fucking recording.
Yeah,
They didn't.
yeah,
They didn't,
I don't
or
know.
lowered it. They didn't re-record it anyway. Fucking
Matthew said
genius.
before about this record, like there's no room to, you can't take a breath when you listen to this. You're just constantly inhaling, and there's very few times where you can just exhale because it's just like
the
shit.
one point of exhale, and actually this is just occurring to me now, and it's one of the reasons why that solo is so brilliant. The one moment you get to fucking relax is Andy's solo in Tulips. Like that's the quietest point where you get to catch your fucking breath, and I'm dead serious about
No,
that.
I
It's like the
agree, I
one point
agree.
where everything just grinds to a fucking halt, and you can
Yep.
finally go, oh shit, okay, before they just blow your fucking nuts off again.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Exactly.
Just
All
long
right,
enough to
well-
go, what the fuck is he doing?
exactly. But clearly we didn't like that very much. So let's turn to our second song,
that
which
song
is
sucks.
much different, but again, has a lot of parallels in many ways. Living is Free, off of Mama, 1982. Let's go ahead and die a little bit for this one.
You had your dreams come true, made into something new. Now there's no turning back. You heard the pistol crack. Living is free, free and easy. Living is free, free and easy. Living is free, free and easy. Living is free.
lot of thinking about murdering. This is another song about murdering.
You think this is a song about murdering? I want to hear this. I really am interested in your lyrical
heard a
take.
clue. I heard a clue the other day. I heard a clue. I agree with him.
I don't know. And at the same time, this song is perhaps the one that makes me most want to choreograph a modern dance number to it in a small cockroach-infested space.
Nice. Nice.
New York City.
No, definitely not as glamorous as New York City. I'm thinking maybe Cleveland.
No, there's a lot of roaches
or
in
Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. You've had your dreams come true, made into something new. There's no turning back. You've heard the pistol crack. I think it's like somebody who has been wanting to get into a new hobby, and that hobby is
Moira.
Yeah. It's but I love the part that it gets all kind of happy and like kind of softer when piles of bodies lie inside a
hole.
And I wonder, it could be somebody burying their victims. It could also be somebody who has been given the job of burying the corpses after a massacre. So maybe he's just peaceful.
But he sounds like
I'm
he's
not going to the
tiptoeing
hole.
through the tulips. Though,
He didn't get murdered.
Right.
He didn't dance to the Spandau Ballet. But yeah, I'm not quite sure though. The end. You've had your tubes replaced. There's grime smeared upon your face. Your hands are stained with grease. For you, there is no peace.
There is no peace.
So maybe that's like an after effect. I don't know. Having your tubes replaced. That's a really interesting line. Does it refer to vacuum tubes? Is that somebody who's been revitalized? Is that I don't know what kind of tubes get replaced.
They only get tied, as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of that too. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting musically.
It's a tricky
There's
one.
a pretty like the piano and bass follow each other nicely in sync. There's this interesting. I think it's a ring modulator that you're using. In
Ring modulator.
The kind of sounds that's all over the place. Yeah, it's an interesting song. I have not paid very much attention to it, I guess, in terms of what it's about. But yeah, it's a dark, squiggly, murky, eerie little song, and I enjoy it very much. The squiggly word.
Nice. All right, Michelle, what about you?
All right, I'm a little worried because I should have gotten a post-it note because at the end I'm hoping I can read what I wrote. Okay, does this song have a sprinkler in it?
Right. I think it's one of those little fucking eggs.
No,
I just typed that. You don't think it's one of those?
It's a shaky egg.
I think it is. I think it's a
goddamn sprinkler.
Maybe.
I don't know. I
Watering-
got one going
watering the
outside
killing
right now.
fields.
I don't know. That makes
It's got
sense.
that pace. You're right.
No, but there's like
Yeah.
two
Oh,
different.
maybe it's a song
distinct
about
sets.
gardening. Dig.
There you go.
Yes.
Piles of bodies. It's composting.
What about your tubes?
We'll
don't know.
get there.
But listen, I
Tubes
think it sounds like
of
a goddamn
rolled
sprinkler.
up lawn sod.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Or
a new
tubes.
lawn.
You had your hose. You got to replace your hose every once in a while.
Yeah,
What the
totally.
fuck, right? Like,
I don't know. Okay.
Don't drink out of that shit though.
No Means knows all about gardening. We totally fucking cracked it. We got to go back, start over, and do that's what season 2. Every song from the perspective of gardening. We got it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We're in.
Matthew, you're front and center on that one.
His
Solved.
eyes are turning bright green like his thumb.
Exactly.
Oh God! All right. So then, after the sprinkler enters Rob's intriguing bass line, it captures your interest pretty quick, and let's hope it does. Anyways, it should. I believe that this song is in a time signature of 6, with the piano prominently in there. I will assume this is a John composition.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. And speaking of John, he's back there being the quintessential jazz drummer
Yep.
with tons of room for sick and clever fills and fucking finesse. One of my favorite parts is the concerning sounding middle section with dizzy spinning vocals. Okay, help me here. He
Fuck yeah.
says,
What is that
living
weird
is
shit?
free.
Free and at ease.
Free and at
Free
ease.
and at ease. Yep.
Free and
Living
at
is free.
ease.
Free and at ease.
Free and at
Living
ease.
is free. Free and at ease.
Good-
Yeah.
That's crazy. I could never tell what he was saying. And then the dingling part that you were just talking about, Matthew, he's like, is he talking about finding dead bodies in somebody's house? And he talks about ringing a bell. Ding-a-ling. He's talking about ringing a bell.
Dig.
Which-
He's saying dig.
No.
Dig.
Dig.
Yeah.
He's
Dig.
not singing
It's
ding-a-ling.
Dig
Ding-a-ling
nothing.
on the-
He says
Dig
dig nothing. He says dig
Oh,
nothing.
Okay.
Dig nothing, not ding-a-ling. No, sorry. That's almost. So this is what I love.
thought
There's
he
a
was
pair.
ringing the
No, look,
goddamn
look,
doorbell at
look,
the
look,
guy's
look,
house
look,
with
look,
the
look.
dead body.
We now have another parallel, but a meta parallel. You thinking he said I fucked
I
a dead
know.
duck
I know.
and ding-a-ling. It's really good. We've got parody. It's good.
I have
Meta-
really good
meta
hearing,
parallels.
but not with words, apparently.
No, apparently not.
Oh my god. All right, ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling. Now I'm not going to
Ding-a-ling.
be able to not hear
Matthew-
that either.
Matthew,
God
give-
damn it! You're
give a
ruining the
Christmas
songs
song.
for me.
You-
Jesus Christ.
Matthew, you're gonna have a lot of things to use for the
Yeah, no shit,
for the
right?
what you call it,
Yeah.
a doorbell
All right,
on
am
a duck's ass or something. I don't know.
Am I up, Michelle? You done?
Yeah. You better take
All
over.
right.
I've failed.
No, I fucking love that. It makes me so happy. So my first note was chicka 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 chicka. I spelled it out phonetically. Yeah, I love that. I love that opening. Chicka 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 chicka. It's fucking great.
It's a
I-
goddamn.
I-
it's a sprinkler. I'm positive.
I love the opening to this song. I love that. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What a great fucking
Yes.
bass line. Clearly, and it's one of those funny ones where Andy has told us many times now in the corrections about how John would come to them with a piano line and be like, okay, this is our
Yep.
song. And they'd be like, how the fuck are we going to play that, motherfucker? Are you
Exactly.
kidding me?
Yep.
But so great to hear on this first song, like
Mhm.
Rob playing it. And then like, well, I'm just going to also play it on the piano. I'm just going to
It
do that
sounds
too.
cool.
It sounds so good. It sounds so good. I love this line. So proggy and gorgeous. And this is one of
Jazz
those,
drums.
this
Oh.
is one of the few songs where I actually can I can never picture John in my imagination with the jazz hold with the drumsticks, but this song you can. You're like,
Oh.
oh yeah, that
Oh,
totally
yeah.
makes sense. I get it, right? Like
No,
it's there.
finesse, fucking
Um,
finesse.
Yeah, and I love the weird, like disturbing vocals on Rob's
Yeah.
voice in those sections. The "Living is Free" sections are fucking so weird, so disconcerting. And I love also that slowdown for the dig nothing, not the ding-a-ling, the dig nothing section.
Oh,
I think it's fantastic. It's really jarring, which is perfect. Like it's kind of it's the sweetest quote unquote section of the song, and yet
Mhm.
it's the darkest lyrically of the song, right? So it's that great juxtaposition. It's the only part that's actually talking about dead bodies.
Such
and yet it
softness to his
sounds so
voice.
happy. Exactly.
Yeah.
There is such softness to his voice, and it's got that great Rob early pre-nodule
Yeah.
highness to it, which I fucking love.
Yeah.
I'm totally willing to go with this idea that it's about a serial killer. Could totally be about it, right? 100%. Because I don't fucking know. This song's hard to pin down. It's really vague to me. I read it. I've always read it as a little more vague, as the journey from when you're young and you feel like you're indestructible and you're like, fucking living is free. I can do fucking anything I want. And you slowly go through the journey. You slowly go through the journey, including being confronted with the fact that the world is full of fucking genocide and horror. And then right after that stanza, you get you've had your tubes replaced, which to me made me feel like, you've had open heart surgery, you've had this done, you've had that done, you've like
right.
had shit in your body had to be done. There's grime smear on your face. It's not so fucking easy anymore. You've been working your ass off. You've had
Don't
to get
ring
in the shit.
doorbell.
You've had to stick your hands in the grease, and really it's like, yeah, there's no peace anymore. It's not free. It's the irony of living is not free. It's fucking hard as shit. And there's that fulcrum in the middle where it starts off with that youthful energy of like, I can fucking do anything. I'm on top of the fucking world. Nothing's going to stop me. And at the end, it's this defeated, like, nope, it's fucking shit. And I'm in the shit and I'm living with the shit. And it's friction, damage, freedom, pleasure, piles of shit and hidden treasure. Pay the price, pay the price. It strikes me as a real general feeling of the journey from that early optimism to the late I don't know, in this song, pessimism of like, yeah, you got to fucking eat a lot of shit when you're a human being on this planet,
Right.
including confronting fucking piles of fucking dead bodies in holes. But I think it's equally as valid to say this is about the budding journey of a serial killer. I don't know. This is a hard one. This is one of the harder ones for me to fucking feel nailed down for myself. None of their songs can really be nailed down, but I often feel like I have a pretty good self-take, not that it's real, but in terms of how it makes me feel and what I think about it. I don't have that for this.
No,
and
totally.
It's not that I haven't thought about it, right?
It came out relatively late. I mean, the CD version, I mean, I'd heard Mama playing on the radio station and everything like that, but to actually have my own copy, be able to peruse the lyrics and everything like that, I probably only did it a couple times, and I know the album really well, but probably haven't pinned down and thought about the lyrics until maybe I don't know, about 90 minutes ago. So maybe haven't really had the time to sit and think about it. But you know what, getting your tubes replaced, a tube is also a can of beer, so maybe somebody got him another 6-pack.
Could be.
Wait a minute, you call beer a tube? You call
Sometimes.
this a tube? No shit.
Is that in Canada? Is that a Canuck thing?
I think it's an English thing.
Beer tube.
I've never
Is
heard
it?
of that. The tube in England is a goddamn
or
soda.
Australia?
Sound off on Facebook, Brits. Let us know who knows cans of beer is tubes.
Speaking of tubes,
Actually,
cans of beers, I'm gonna open a second one.
Yes,
well done.
It's good time because now it's time to vote. This is going to be a real tough one down to the wire. I think clearly. I don't fucking know. So Matthew, give us your hot take on It's Catching Up or Living is Free.
I gotta wait for that one.
Oh my God, you too.
The
with
suspense is killing me.
These sounds of my beer.
So is the foam catching up to the rim of your glass?
Can you show
there?
it? Yeah, can we see the
Yes,
phone?
it's cascading.
Oh, look, it's catching
at
up, just like my vote.
Oh.
Just like your vote. One vote for It's Catching Up. Strangey, your vote, please.
Oh. I'm gonna fuck a dead duck, and I'm not gonna ring a doorbell.
Sweet.
I'm not gonna ding-a-ling a doorbell. Yes,
Two
I'm
votes.
voting for goddamn It's Catching Up. My
Two
God.
votes for It's Catching Up. I also am going to happily fuck that duck. I will fuck it until it's alive. I will fuck it back to life. Because It's Catching Up. If you don't, I mean, it got an easy pull. I have to say, I love Living is Free. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great fucking song. It's great,
very
but
cool.
It's Catching Up shows where they went from 82 up to 89. Holy shit. Unanimity. So
Next
first
time you
round,
guys
pretty
go to
fucking easy.
breakfast with some No Means No fans, and somebody orders, the big thing, and you hold up your bottle of condiment, and you just say, "It's catching up."
Oh no! Oh, dad
that
jokes!
Was bad.
I love it.
That was awful.
I love it.
I'm not even gonna grace that with a laugh.
I'm gonna share that with you
Embarrassed for
because
you.
I've actually been my daughter who's 12 now. I've been subjecting her to No Means No song. She used to pretend not to like it, and now she's kind of really getting into it. So
Yeah.
Well, I've just inflicted everybody who's listening to this with the next time. Well, unless you don't eat ketchup, of course.
Exactly.
No,
You're
it's
gonna
relish.
do that every single
Matthew.
time.
Relish.
So it's relish. So we are now going to cut into probably one of our. I don't know if this is the last. I don't know what the fuck we're going to do in round 2. We haven't figured it out. But our next reader submission. So Matthew, before I talk about read through our reader submission, why don't you go ahead and give our little pitch? Although, hey, just so everybody knows, actually, I don't know. Do we give this pitch anymore? Because I don't know. This is what we're asking
Every
for.
time I re-listen to it, it's just like we have to come up with a funnier, cooler way to tell everybody
Well, but it's
to
not.
call the
But
fucking
it's
phone.
it's not just that. It's that I don't think we're going to be asking for the same thing anymore. So by the time this gets
Oh.
out there, I don't know that we're going to be asking for this
I don't
anymore.
know.
You can
So does it make sense?
still send it in. We'll
Yeah,
probably
you
still
can still
find
send it.
some
We'd still love
spaces.
We'd love to hear it anyway. We'd
Yeah.
love to hear it anyway.
Indeed.
We could have a whole
So-
episode of these, actually. So
Yes.
Send on in your No Means No stories, your No Means No origin story, like how you found them, or how they were introduced to you, or what they mean to you. One special time in your life where you gazed at somebody and said, "It's catching up," and then poured it on your eggs. Anyway, yeah, you can send your submissions, please, to No Means No Thing podcast. Sorry, is that right? No
Yep,
Means
No
Nothing,
Means Nothing podcast.
Yes, No Means Nothing podcast at gmail.com. And you could type it out, and we will read it. Or you can attach a sound file or a link to Dropbox, or however you want to get that stuff to us. Please send it on in, because we do love to hear it, and everybody likes to hear what you share about your No Means No experiences.
Right.
Indeed.
Right.
And just a reminder, we also have the Google Voice number, which you're still happy to call and either berate us, yell at us. It doesn't have to end up on the air. A reminder of what that number is. That is area code 415-493-8630. 415. Oh shit, we're punchy. 493-8630. Holy shit, you guys, these are the moments where I wish we were video recording these episodes, because everything that just happened would have been so much better. And Michelle had a pair of plaster dentures that she was
oh my god, they're not dentures. It was
they look like plastic dentures.
I used to have braces, if you can believe it or not, so they had to do oh no, wait, this was for some kind of fucking filling, but I kept it because it's cool. How fucked up is this?
It's fucking great. And also, hey, this will not be going away. Everyone hates Facebook. I fucking hate Facebook. The only thing I do on Facebook now anymore, more or less, is go to the No Means Nothing. I go to the No Means Nothing podcast Facebook group. A lot of fucking cool people on there. If you're one of the people on that group and you're posting, you know what, guys? Fucking hell. I got to tell you, you help keep this podcast going. I love to hear from you guys. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Teddy pictures, the comments on the episodes. This is we love doing this, but getting a little bit of that juice from people who are listening and knowing that you guys still like listening to it means a lot. Juice. So every time someone new joins, you make me piss blood. I love it. So thank you for that. So join us on the No Means No Thing podcast group on Facebook. Go to Instagram at No Means Nothing podcast, or at Twitter. And I'm sorry, those who are just on Twitter, I'm really bad at posting there, but I promise to try to be better. And by promise, I mean I probably won't, but I'm going to try. So here we go. We're going to read. Yeah, we're going to read.
He will at the very least feel guilty about not doing it.
I will. We're going to read a submission from Keith Golding. And Keith, if you're still listening to the podcast, which I hope you are, I'm sorry it took us so long to get to this one. It's a good one, and I'm going to read it. Here we go. Keith Golding. As a skate punk in the late 80s with esoteric leanings, I was already an Alternative Tentacles fan, but hadn't come across any physical copies of No Means No yet. Florida. But first took real notice when Small Parts era stuff was heavily featured in 1990's Dogtown skateboard video. I then hunted down the Day Everything Became Isolated cassette and fell in love with it. The Jello record and 0+2 came out shortly after, and I was forever after obsessed. I had to travel a lot to see them live over the years, Florida, but those are the best shows I have seen to date. The longest haul was a drive from Pensacola to Austin, Texas with my sister and friend, both equally No Means No fans. Sitting in front of Emo's Austin in the rain before the show, the van pulled up, and while unpacking, Tom asked where a good place to eat was. After finding out we were from Florida, Tom asked why we were in Texas. He was so humbled we traveled there to see them. He put us on the guest list to get out of the rain, and even sat at the bar with us for a while chatting.
How cool
He found out it was my friend's birthday and said, "Hey, it's Rob's birthday too." I don't recall the actual date. My birthday friend asked if Rob might play It's the End of the World, and Tom actually left to ask Rob if he'd do it for the birthday girl from Florida. Further evidence that Tom is the nicest person in rock and roll. Tom unfortunately came back with the news that Rob wasn't to do it, as it didn't involve the rest of the band. He would also say it shouldn't be voted against No Means No songs, I believe. Thanks for the commentary, Keith. My favorite performance witnessed would be 93 or 94 in New Orleans at the Howlin' Wolf. I think it was Tom's first outing. They opened with a couple of Rob and John only songs. First song was Long Days, I remember. Moved into two drummers. Ended No Means No set with an incredible, vamped out version of Kill Everyone Now, and encored as the Hanson Brothers. Fuck yeah, I saw that tour. That was fucking hell. They opened with this is me now, Jordan, with Long Days and Who Fucked Who. That's the two songs they
Oh
played just as
yes,
a
I
pair.
remember you mentioning that.
So
Yes,
fucking
yes.
good. Keith, thank you. And yes, you're
Yeah.
right. Tom, all of the boys, but Tom and John in particular seem like the forward-facing, crowd-focused members of the band. So many great stories of them being absolute mensches. And Rob, too, on a more one-on-one scenario. So these guys are good people, not just good musicians.
That's right.
And that's one of the reasons we fucking love them, as are all of you, really good
Yep.
people. Keith, thank you so much for fucking sending that in.
Yeah.
And everybody else, send it in. Like I said, if we change our minds or not change our minds, we're going to change the format for what we're going to ask from you. So, we're not going to stop asking for your submissions. Doesn't mean we don't want these stories too. We might feature a whole fucking bonus episode and give our stupid commentary in between of your stories. So keep them sending them in. This is a community, folks. It's a fucking community. We want to hear from you. We love it. All right. Round 2. Woof. How do you top fucking It's Catching Up? Well, let's see what we can do here.
Well,
We've got 2 songs. Our first song is Angel or Devil off of Worldhood of the World as Such, 1995, versus Hunt the She-Beast off of Sex Mad, 1986. Again, 2 disparate elements in time. One Andy era, one not Andy era. Actually, the Mama was not an Andy era. So this is our only... Is this our only? No, we've got 2 Andy era songs this time. That's right. Anyway, I'm rambling because I haven't had whiskey in 3 weeks and I'm a little bit drunk.
are you?
So I am. It doesn't take me much. We're going to start with Angel or Devil off of World of the World as Such. Let's listen to a little of this gospel.
Was I wrong or was I right? Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Was I wrong or was I right? Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Spread its wings and then it took flight. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Spread its wings and then it took flight. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Hope I'm wrong but I know I'm right. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Hope I'm wrong but I know I'm right. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Thought I saw a devil or an angel in the night. Yeah.
So, first thing I'd like to say that I was thinking of when I was listening to the song over and over again for this episode. I think this is their closet ska masterpiece that should be remade with a really raunchy horn section in the background. I want you both to re-listen to this song and imagine a fucking crazy ass horn section in the background, and that would turn this song into a fucking epic fucking jam. And it's got that ska sort of bant. It's just I cannot hear it anymore now and not be like, have you guys ever heard that the band Brass Against that redoes like a bunch of Rage Against the Machine songs? Go check them out. They do a bunch of Rage Against. Well, no, listen. They do a bunch of Rage Against the Machine songs and a bunch of other like heavy metal songs and shit, but with a gigantic, almost solely brass section. It's fucking incredible. It's incredible. And I thought of them with this song. I'm like, they would slay with this. So all of you out there, go and listen to this song again and imagine a killer ass fucking horn section behind it. Wow. So let me start with the, God, I don't know. This is another one of those songs. It's like, it's so difficult for me to pin down what this means. It's got that nice, ooh, look at that. Matthew sharing a great fucking weird ass picture of a devil up on top of the light pole.
What the
We got to paste that. Is that a devil or an angel? I don't fucking know. Paste that shit on the message board.
Ooh, look at what you just did. Oh my God.
But like
the
song,
like was coming in.
I know, right? Like, Give Me the Push last week. This one's got that dichotomy, right? Last week had, is it Hell Below or God on High? And here we've got the angel or the devil.
Right.
Michelle, you probably wouldn't have watched this, but Matthew, maybe you have. Did you ever watch Midnight Mass on Netflix, that series?
No, but it advertised it to me a lot.
Yeah, check it out. It's actually really good. And anybody else who's watched it, you'll get what I mean. There's a really good example of this song no, they don't play it,
Jesus
but of the
Christ,
theme of this song in the fucking thing. Something that you can't really determine whether it's your devil or an angel. So to
So you recommend that?
Mass. Midnight
good one.
Mass.
It's a good
That's
one.
what it was called when I used to go have to go on Christmas Eve. Michelle,
No,
you
exactly.
gotta
Well,
go to Midnight Mass tonight, Michelle.
I have to say I was really pleasantly
don't.
surprised by that series. People go check it out. So the thing with angels and devils is that devils are just fallen angels, right? They're just the angels that decided to fucking rebel. So they're of the same genus or species. And when you look back in the fucking Bible, angels were not little cheruby things. Fucking angels, people were scared of shit
Like
of angels.
fucking
Anytime an angel,
weird rotating globes.
they were weird, and people
and...
like people fell on the ground and like quivered and like were, oh fuck this, I'm fucked, right? Like it's catching up.
dead duck.
Angels were
basically-
seizures.
Exactly. So
Or
angels were
migraines.
angels were not a happy thing to encounter. They were fearsome, they were often brutal, and so not that far removed from a devil in a sense, right? So this song also talks a lot about waking up out of that moment of sleep and being in that kind of state. And I actually just had one of these moments the other day where I woke up out of a dream. I don't know if either of you guys have ever woken up out of a nightmare where you're sort of whimpering because the dream was so fucking scary.
Yeah.
And you just wake up kind of going like, oh.
Yeah.
And I
Wait, are you
after
sure you were dreaming or?
I was. And
all
after
right.
I came to,
That's what it sounded like.
I actually thought about this song because it's that moment where everything is uncertain. You're not in the binaries anymore. Something banal can be sinister. Something sinister can be banal. It's impossible to categorize things. You can't focus on the categories anymore. Everything is just arch and vibrant and different when you're in that fucking state, when you're just waking up and your consciousness hasn't locked into the filters of, oh, this is how my world is. So this song, first of all, to go to the music a little bit, the song really fucking chugs along. It's got that one section with the guitar that's, I think, kind of their most, and I say stereotypical, and I don't mean that in a denigrating way, but stereotypical sort of metal guitar sound in this song, and the bass sort of chugs along in that way. It's very fucking driving. I love the fucking drop, and It's Catching Up has this as well. It's got that drop where everything sort of not flattens out, but strips out and just keeps it more spare and bare, and Rob gets really down low with the bass while he's going like, was I wrong or was I right? It's so fucking menacing and gorgeous before exploding again into the rest of it. I feel there's some of their humor in the song too, although maybe not as upfront and in some of the other songs. I don't know that this is my favorite song off that album. It's fun to see live. My most unfortunate memory of this song live is seeing this played in New Jersey, strangely, when you lived there, I think at the Black Cat.
No, I never lived there in New Jersey.
You never lived in Jersey? So I went to go see them at the Black...
No, but I was close enough to go to it, so I went to go see them at
the Black Cat in Jersey, and this is when they were touring with Removal. And I drugged my friend.
I was there, yeah. I was there.
You're probably there. I dragged my friend who was a super jazz musician, like a really good jazz musician, loved jazz music. And I was always trying to get him into No Means No. I was like, these guys are jazz musicians turned punk. You're going to fucking love them.
Yeah.
And he kind of liked Removal, but he like walked out after 2 songs of No Means No because they were too fucking loud. And that venue, the problem was that venue was shit. Like the sound was just a wall of high end, like you couldn't pick out shit from the song. And one of the things is they played this early in the set, and this was just a full on like like I couldn't fucking hear any of it. Right? I'm like, I know this song, and I love it, but all I hear is a wall of fucking guitar and no bass. I don't know what the fuck's happening. So I was like, I'm never getting this guy back.
I'm
it's
sad
over.
You couldn't get another congregant.
The only time I almost got him back a little bit was when I sent him Bitches Brew. Then he was like, oh, that's pretty cool because he's a big mouse.
Yeah, you have talked about that jazz guy before.
Yeah, same guy. So I think the music in this is intense. I love the dichotomy. I love that it's pitting the power of coming up against good and evil in a way, in that liminal space where it's so if you're really faced with the not an actual angel or devil, but with the sort of primordial forces of good and evil. They're so fucking powerful. You're not gonna be able to tell the difference. It's too fucking powerful for you to know whether it's an angel or a devil. It's beyond your human fucking capability. You're too fucking small. All you're going to be is this tiny little fucking person wandering around in the dark. This almost is one of their most H.P. Lovecraft songs to me. It's like someone just confronting the cosmic horror and going like, I don't fucking know. It just drove me mad. I don't fucking know. But this is another one of those songs I don't think I've ever nailed down a really good interpretation for it. I'm really interested to hear what both of you have to say. Matthew, what you have to say about this one. I really do like this one a lot, but it's so broadly poetic in a sense that I don't have a deep cut into its exegesis really. So
Exegesis.
not exegesis, although I like that.
What did you just say?
Exegesis. It means like
Fuck is that word? What?
It means when you try to pull apart something for its more hidden esoteric meaning. What the purpose it's trying to say is, yeah.
You do.
And I like to pull that out of songs, but I this one is a little more vague to me. Although it fucking rocks. This chugs, it chugs and rocks. Michelle.
You know what? I have the word chug in here. I'll get to it.
Chug.
In
Chugga,
2
chugga, chugga.
seconds. A kick in the ass and a romp around the room. Tom's chugging some punk, and Rob's playing the bass in unison with his voice. I like that. I think that sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Does he do this a lot? I don't think he does. Does Rob usually... I'm right, aren't I? I don't think he does this very much, where he plays the same thing on the bass that he does with his voice. And I think it sounds really, really good. It's probably a weight off of himself to do that, too, because it probably, what he's hearing is what he's singing, too. So... Anyways, I guess I only think I hear John singing in the backing vocals, but Tom must be there. He must, but all I hear is John. You think it's Tom in the background vocals? Huh. No, I hope it is, because he's such a great singer. This is a cool punk rock blowout with a little hootenanny added in for tons of fun. The subject matter and lyrics go super well with the music, and I can envision Rob's ass-kicking foot. Have you seen that photo of Rob with when he kicked? You ever see Rob kick while he's playing? It's hilarious. It's probably the same foot that kicked that guy in the ass that came on the stage.
Right up his ass. Right up his ass.
Anyways, This is a grand slam, a banger, and a doozy.
Sweet. Matthew, what do you got for us?
Yeah, my favorite thing about it is how the vocals and the bass follow each other exactly.
Yeah.
Except sometimes there's ever so slight, the bass is a little bit behind the voice, and I like that aspect of it. It's this sort of duality.
Makes it urgent.
Maybe that's the sort of angel and devil as well. It's like it's the duality of his own. That's the two things that Rob puts out, right? It's angel and devil. The difference between the angel and devil, or not anything else. The difference is never addressed. It's almost like it's they're equal. He's indifferent. He saw an angel or a devil. Not sure. It might be referring to that liminal state where you are not quite awake, not quite asleep, experiencing sleep paralysis that they think is sort of where people got the idea of the incubus and the succubus. Demons sitting on your chest. When in that state where you are paralyzed, you're being attacked or being restrained by some sort of force. It could be also sort of a reference to mental illness, like your impulses, right? Is it an angel or a devil?
Nice point.
When you kind of end up
on your shoulder,
kind of end up in the middle. The repetition of the lyrics, it's interesting how many of their songs don't have very many lyrics in them. There's only actually one stanza that's different from the rest of them. Just over and over again, it's just like reassuring oneself after a bad dream. Maybe it's just a dream. It's just a dream.
Yeah.
The beat, the sort of 1 of the 3 thing that you were talking about, Jordan, I did sort of think ska, but then there's a delay to it that makes me think it's a little bit more like honky tonk. it's a little more country
maybe.
than it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I said
could be either.
I said hoot nanny.
But
So I challenge you both to listen to it and imagine a horn section in the background. It'll
Oh, no, it
transform
totally
the
could
whole
be.
fucking song.
They'll be doing a lot of triple tonguing, I can tell you that.
I didn't write chugga. I did write chugga chugga chugga. CHUCKA.
Nice.
Chugga guitars,
enough,
but they
close enough.
I like how they get increasingly. If you listen carefully, they get increasingly layered. I guess in the mastering, like just sort of like gets more and more either louder, or there's more and more tracks of the same thing. It's just gets kind of more and more intense, which is pretty interesting as well.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And sometimes when he is addressing, he's telling a story to someone else. Maybe he's saying it to, hope I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. Maybe those things he's saying to himself. But then the only one that's different, I saw you in a dream and your eyes were bright, stars staring mad with a terrible light. And so is that Slade? Is Slade the angel or devil?
Oh, Slade.
Is that other...
Everything you said, well, it didn't sound right. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that other aspect to his... Uh-oh. Hey,
What?
guys.
What happened?
Yeah,
Just
what
hang on a
happened?
I'm just looking at my Zencaster here.
Is it
You're
off?
still recording. I see your waveform just fine for me, sir.
Okay. It might not be recording on my end.
It looks to be recording still.
Okay. Interesting.
What's happening for you? Sorry, everybody, for the behind the curtain here.
Matthew, I don't like this look on your face.
I don't like it either.
What are you seeing?
Well, hang on. I'll take
Do you
a
want to
screenshot.
share your screen again? Did it happen when you shared your screen?
That's not it, Michelle.
Well, no, but do you want to show us what you're seeing?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Here we go.
Damn it. I hope.
Because I'm still seeing your waveform record
Okay.
in real time.
All right. With that, is it recording on your end or is it recording on my end though?
It's recording on your end, so that's the problem. Now, if you're nervous about it, we can take a pause here, and I'll send you a new link, and we'll pick it up right from there.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that don't look good at all.
Oh fuck me. Oh. No,
I'm not willing to risk the next half of the episode on this shit. So let's pause, and I'll send you both a new link. Hold on, so you can stop sharing your screen, and I'll end this recording. But leave your Zencaster up, I guess.
Hang on, there's...
Fuck.
Oh, that's the... Never mind. Yeah, that's just the preview.
God damn it.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to stop recording, and we're going to start a new one. So unmute yourself on Zoom. Hey, everybody. So Jordan here, right interrupting Matthew in the middle of his speech. I'm not really interrupting him. What just happened is that
you can leave some of that stuff in because there's actually like just my side of the... Let's say, I'm going to take a
100%.
screenshot.
Yep, 100%. I'm going... it caught up. It caught the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the angel or devil just fucking tore us to shreds. And luckily, we were able to salvage it.
It's
and
a
we were kind of worried.
I just
we were kind
witnessed
of worried.
a vivisection.
Exactly. We were kind of worried we had lost the entire fucking episode, but fortunately we didn't. So we're back. And you know what? We're just going to pivot to the next song. This is what you get when you've been recording 40 fucking episodes. What are you going to do?
Angel Devil, the song I like, it's good. And the song and the bass
good.
and
I
the
like
vocals.
this song. It's
a
good.
good song.
It's really good,
Yeah,
eh?
good song.
Yeah, fucking A, man.
Dick fucking ducks.
Shit, there's all sorts of Letterkenny shit I want to say, and I haven't watched that show in so long I don't remember it.
Oh, have you seen
so
Shoresy
I've gotta
yet?
Get back to watching that. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. All right, listen, we're gonna that was a
Oh my God.
like talk about a record scratch for all you folks. This is a total tone change,
Yeah.
and you don't know what the fuck we're talking
You
about. So
don't
we're
even
gonna
know what
dive
I
back
just
into the
saw.
music. Yeah, we're gonna dive back into the music. We're gonna talk about Hunt the She-Beast off of Sex Mad, 1986. Get out your bow and arrow and hunt you some of this shit.
Matthew, don't do any crazy.
Don't show that.
shit.
Last time you showed that devil, our shit crashed to fuck.
Oh, that's
so
the angel this
hide
time.
that shit. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the angel.
It's not the duck.
All right. So anyway, I want everyone to get a little Hunger Games, get out your bow and arrow, and let's hunt some sheep, baby.
And now there's nothing left to kill.
You bent the whole world to your will.
When you reach out your mighty hand,
There's nothing left but barren
you
sand.
run and run and run.
But you've forgotten what you're running from.
You're flying into emptiness.
And all that's left for you is death.
Now we don't need no prophet of doom.
We need prophets of the
I
womb.
said we don't need no prophet of doom.
gods of the womb.
Deny your cruel mythology.
Your purified symbology.
The circling arms of Mother Night.
Will cradle your small firelight.
From now on, I will hunt to see.
She.
And what do you see?
From now on, when I hunt to see.
She.
What do I see?
A single,
Simple.
human being.
All right.
Shut some she.
We're back. Hunt the She Beast. I go first. All right. So, first of all, I'd like to say I've been in the camp at times in the No Means No fandom
Oh, no.
where I also did not take this song very seriously
Right.
necessarily. I know Rob is on record as saying this is probably one of his least favorite songs, and he's actually embarrassed by it. So there's
Right,
that.
I've heard that too.
But going back and listening to the song now, especially plucked out from all the others and just kind of listening to it on its own, which I've had this experience with a bunch of their songs doing it this way.
Fucking rules.
This fucking song rules.
Yeah.
It does. It fucking rules. This is a great song. So if you're one of those people that unfortunately found yourself in the camp of like, meh, whatever, fucking go listen to this song all by itself. Just pluck it out, listen to it.
Oh my god.
What a goddamn gorgeous feminist pamphlet of a song. This fucking song rules. This is probably my last opportunity of saying a college story. I used this song.
I love your college stories.
I was in this. We had this great company called Brown Bag when I was in theater. It was a class you take where there were probably like 20 people that were in the class, and everybody had a week. Like everybody got their week to do a play, and there were probably like 15 plays in the year, and you like had to bust ass to get the shit done. And one of the plays I was cast in was called Medusa's Tale, and it was about Medusa and Perseus, and it was a very feminist take on how fucked up that story is and how Medusa is totally fucked by everyone in that story and is a total victim of the gods and everyone else who are just the most toxic motherfuckers in the world. And anyway, in the beginning of that, she was asking for people to bring things that inspired them about the play, and I brought this song, and she was like, holy fuck, what is this song? This is perfect.
Who,
This is
she? She who?
absolutely
The teacher
perfect.
or Medusa?
The director. No, the director.
Okay.
The director was blown away by the song and made
Yeah.
everybody listen to it. It was like, this is the essence of this fucking play. Listen to this song. So I was happy to have brought like the feminist masterpiece that went right along with the theme of
Exactly.
the play. So I'm not going to go. I love so many lyrics in this. I think so many of the lyrics are fucking fun as hell. Great. I'm not actually going to go into an exegesis of them because I think you can read through this. I don't think there's anything in here. Exegesis. I don't think there's anything in here that's that difficult to parse out. It's all kind of on this, not on the surface, but it's all pretty clear. A great description of how our early fears of the unknown and the power that women held through birth, and just how fucking intense that must have been as an early man, scared the shit out of men, and how they turned their sexual potency into this proxy for power, how they turned blood into what was important rather the stars and the soil, which are these more feminine in the sense of the generative elements of the universe, right? Instead, it was blood, it was death, it was violence, and we end up in this last verse, which is this great admonition to asking us to wake the fuck up and quit living in this broken patriarchal system. This call to, we don't need no prophets of doom. We need prophets of the womb. I just love that. It's fucking great. And of course, the few of the final lyrics that, and now on when I hunt to see she, what do I see? Single, simple, human being. It's so fucking straightforward and great. And I think why Rob is embarrassed, because there's something a little clunky and awkward about this, but I love that about it. I think it is so earnest, and it is so like, this is one of the songs that earns the band's name more than any other, right? Like, this is as much a a framing of the feminist perspective as the very name of the band is, in a way. And I think that a lot of the lyrics are fucking great. And I love the trade off between Rob and Andy
Oh
in
my
this as they go
God.
back and
Oh,
forth with lyrics,
so
lyrically,
good.
even the way they
Yep.
go back and forth on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking great. And musically, this is where I think people sleep on this song. This song is great musically. I love the
Oh.
simple trade off of the bass and the guitar, how Andy's low, Rob's high, and they trade off in this bell toning bing bong,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
fucking
yep,
back
yep,
and forth.
yep.
It's so kind of like
Doorbelly.
mesmerizing, hypnotizing, doorbelly, and menacing
ping
in its
pong.
own way. And it's so fucking great. Ping pong.
Yeah.
It's so fucking great. And you know, we talked about it when this song first came up. I love Andy's solo in this.
Oh my
So fucking good. And Rob's bass under that is so
Oh my
fucking good.
God.
The drumming under this is so fucking good. It's yeah, you really, 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 really should not write off this song. And it really makes me mad that I have in the past and that others have as well. And I'm so glad I listened to this on
Fuck
repeat
the
so many
lyrics.
times,
That's what
'cause
I say.
it is-
Just fuck
but
the
even
lyrics.
even the
The lyrics
lyrics
are awesome.
have much more. The lyrics are fucking awesome, and they're really fucking. I mean, again, it's like it's Big Dick, but through a far more poetic lens, right? Like it's much more like this is the college dissertation version of what Big Dick was trying to say in a far more sort of like Homer's Odyssey version of what they were doing in Big Dick,
Yeah.
and also slowed down, right? Like this takes its time with this shit. It's fucking great. Hunt the
Yeah.
She Beast is excellent, 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 excellent songwriting. I fucking love it. I am done writing this song off. And I probably have a lot
Good
more to say.
boy.
I could
I'm
be more
proud of you.
erudite, but I'm not going to. Strangely, go ahead. It's up to you.
All right. I'm proud of you, Jordan. I know that was big of you to say, but you've come to the light. So the tritones and googly eyes, I've got about a couple of pages of that before I could even say anything. The drum shuffle, here's another song where the drum shuffle is just taking center stage here. The drum
Yep.
shuffle that causes your pants to be pooped in. Focus. Okay, Matthew, I was wrong. This was the song I was talking about, the hi-hat. This song has hi-hat shit right here.
Uh-huh.
Just shut the front door and enjoy the talent this guy possesses with the work on the hi-hat. So I've heard that the guys are super embarrassed about the lyrics. It was the lyrics they were embarrassed about,
I think
right?
mostly,
It was just
yeah,
kind
I
of
think
cheesy
mostly.
or something like that.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know
He didn't say why, but
yeah, well, I don't know what a she-beast is and why she needs to be hunted, and I can only assume it's about chasing women. Probably not. Like I don't deep
this
dive
is
down in the
biggest.
lyrics.
This
Like,
is their biggest fuck you down with the patriarchy song that they've had. This
oh,
is
so
absolutely
see, I'm
just.
looking at it like on the surface.
It's absolutely just like a very straightforward. The man has kept women subjected for fucking ever since we were cavemen.
That's good.
Fuck that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading it completely wrong and very much on the surface, which is not unsurprising to me. That line, I always liked it because I mean it had this feminine aspect to it. Is there something down in that hole? Are they talking about the
Yes, they are.
the hole? Okay,
talking
no,
about
no.
the vajayjay.
Well, that some of us got them, and that's the mystery. Okay,
Yeah, men have always been scared as shit of them. That's the point. Yep.
Yeah, yes, they're pretty fun, aren't they? Not really. Anyways, at 1 minute and 54 seconds, I've looked at the time on this. Andy plays along with Rob's. Okay, here's my lyric shit again. What does he say? King of the thing of the fucking floor. What's he say there? King of the thing of the fucking floor. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I can't even
look at me
parse
like
Kingdom
that.
come like my father before
Kingdom
and my
come.
son after.
Yeah.
Oh my
Kingdom
God.
come like my father before and my son after, and its power that is brought me here. Brains
so
and yeah.
I thought he was saying king of the thing and the fucking floor. Yeah,
I am in love with
I
these
know. Isn't this
strange versions of
absurd?
the lyrics.
It's fucking
this is
absurd.
fucking great.
king of
I
the
love
thing and the fucking floor. But yeah, how Rob says that, it's kind of groovy, it's cool, and like Andy plays it along with him. How juicy is that shit? That's juicy
Fucking
shit.
great.
Mm-hmm.
King of the thing and the fucking floor. That that part kills me and leads me into the goddamn subject matter of this guitar playing in this song. Holy shit. The sneering, snotty, and totally tubular, oh, there's tubes again, totally tubular attitude coming out of his instrument is an astounding example of this guy being the icing on the cake, the sprinkles on the ice cream. The instrumental blowout is fucking stellar.
Yep.
And can you hear and feel the temperature getting turned up? This song is another one where they just slowly start turning up the temperature.
Yep.
And you feel like you're gonna blow up. I count this song in 4, but if you want to get really technical and weird, you can count it 1 eana, 2 eana, 3 eana, 4 eana. I can't do it really quickly. But if you count that song that way, you can follow more closely and hear the song and the way it's counted with the subdivisions and what those guys are actually most likely thinking about when they're playing it. They're not thinking just the straight 4. They're thinking of the subdivisions within that count of 4. That is their musical minds astound me. The jazz drumming, Rob's bass sound, and that banshee guitar. My notes have nothing on how many years I have adored this work of art, and I thank them so much for playing this for me because I think it's amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
Nice. All right, Matthew, I'm looking forward to your lyric take here.
I hope I can sort of get I kind of got the shit kicked out of me by thinking that we lost the episode there.
I know it's hard. That's how I felt. I'm like, I'm off my game.
All tired and gutted. This is I like to think about people's different experience with this song because it wasn't on certain versions of the LP. I got to know it. It was added after the American order of songs onto the CD and cassette, and it would have been the cassette that I got to know this album on first. And it's followed up by Body Bag, and for a lot of people it's followed by Dead Bob. So that would have been quite a different experience because this is one of those things way different. Way different. It ends and like goes straight into that so much better order, I think.
Wow.
So maybe I'll try and like throw the songs into a VLC or something like that and reorder them and see what it would have been like to hear those songs in that order.
A roulette wheel.
I think people got the wrong idea about this song. I don't think it's that straightforward in a lot of ways. I think there's a lot to it, and I think that maybe, I don't know if I've told this story before, but that one line that they repeat, you got to keep the women down below. That'll make people mad, and people won't think beyond that. And in Victoria, especially, there was a lot of really, really. I was sort of used to going to the school that I went to that there was a lot of really yelly, strident feminism, like the angry kind, the baby dykes and such, people who weren't really listening. They just like wanted to be pissed at stuff. I've
been known to do that too.
So I interviewed the Dead Milkmen in around about 1993, I think. And they have a song on Beelzebub called RC's Mom. And it is sort of making fun of James Brown and how he was a violent drunk.
Oh, that's a good song.
Where they say over and over again, gonna beat my wife. Just smack him with a lead pipe. Run over. It's totally like tongue in cheek. But I asked them, being a bunch of like, working class guys from Philadelphia, like, have you ever had any like backlash? And they're like, no, everybody gets it. It's just like, why would anyone get pissed about that? And so what happened was that they played RC's Mom, and somebody fucking threw a beer bottle at Rodney Anonymous's face.
Oh shit!
Right during that song, and I think it was because of exactly that. So maybe, and it was the classiest fucking thing I've ever said. He stopped the bleeding because he was bleeding a lot. Because right in the eyebrow, it's gonna like get all down his face. So he stopped it, staunched it. Some bands would have marched off the stage and come back, and he just sort of looked at the rest of the band and said, "Gentlemen, I believe we're in the middle of some shit." Back they went.
That is classic.
Yeah, super awesome. But I have a feeling it's like that fucking raw nerve that was in Victoria at the time. And I consider myself a feminist. I listen to No Means No. It's a feminist band. But people definitely had hair triggers when it came to stuff like that. And I think maybe this song, I can see people getting pissed off just at that line and not paying attention to any of the stuff or any of the context it was in. I'm not certain that was the case, but why they would be embarrassed about this song, I really don't know. For me, it's like a song about the demystification of the unknown woman, like the feminine essential, that men are set up to see women as an adversary, as prey, as something to be controlled. Whereas it is, there's so many lines in here. There was something here before, and the circling arms of Mother Night will cradle your small firelight. That's one of the most beautiful lines in any No Means No song that I can think of. But that's the unknown. Like the firelight is tiny. Your small firelight is this tiny little masculine energy. It's that sun god. It's
Exactly.
being surrounded by the ineffable, like the unknowable that's beyond the firelight, right? And that is Mother Night. That's the feminine. That's the moon goddess. That's everything that came before. And so many lines. You are so tough and so afraid. Give it up. Get it up. It's mixed messages.
Oh, yeah. Give it up, get it up. Yeah.
You'll never find somebody, but you better be ready when you do. It's so men, and this song really does tell a story. We got together because fucking cold, and then now I own everything. Kingdom come like my father before and my son after. I mean, that's
that's not what he says. He says
it's a silly little double entendre. Kingdom come, and the guitar goes wacka wacka wacka. It's like sort of a just cheesy part, cheesy disco part, and it sounds great, but I think they're sort of mocking that.
Yeah, totally.
Come of the Father, come of the Son. And there's something down in that hole. There's like something that they're always going to be afraid of. There's so many references to it in here. Mama Bear is there, beware. And then she bears my fury. So that's not just, she bears, it's the she bear. Like everybody's afraid of bears. Everybody needs to know to take a bear seriously, but you don't fuck with a mama bear, especially.
Nope. But it's also bearing children,
right?
Yeah. It's there's so many layers to that.
Yeah.
To that lyric. Yeah. I love
so
that part.
She bears my fury. She takes it. She's on the receiving end of it. But bear is to give birth to. Bear is also to put up with, to endure in spite of. Man,
that's heavy shit right there. Yep. Three of them.
Yeah, so the female precedes the male, and he is encouraging, now there's nothing left to kill. You've bent the whole world to your will, so there's nothing left without the woman. But you've forgotten what you were running from, because there was no mystery. It was powerful and everything like that, but all that's left for you is death. And now is really reject the cruel mythology, your fear-inspired symbology. Embrace that unknown, that ineffable, and realize that it's just another person that you've been pursuing.
Yep.
And that
single, simple human being.
Yeah.
Single.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty amazing. Aggressive towards women, but afraid of them at the same time. Like that unknowable, ineffable, that mythologization of the essential feminine, and the killing of those old or subverting of those older feminine gods, the Venus of Willendorf and all of that, in favor of your boner having sun gods.
Oh no!
But musically though, it was such a fantastic song, like so tight. Maybe one of the She Beast and It's Catching Up could well be like the two tightest songs that No Means No played.
I guess.
Totally fantastic. Not an error, not a sloppy anything in
Yep.
any songs.
And the way they transition to the different sections, just perfect.
Yeah,
yeah,
There's
absolutely
no
perfect.
shit. There's no garbage. It's nothing. It's perfect songwriting.
And Leslie, we were talking about earlier, I think it's like, I love the trade-off of Rob and Andy sort of taking turns. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
they're taking turns and John's just there doing John stuff. He'll just keep going, just
Fucking glue.
go
Like the
poke him and
Energizer
making sure he's
bunny
hydrated.
in the back.
Yep, exactly.
He's the
Can't slow that guy fucking
Energizer
down.
bunny.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine anyone listening to this song and thinking it's actually aggressive towards women. This is such a great send up of that toxic masculinity going back to its very, very, very primal roots, right? Like it's I mean, this is a song you just want to blast at all the incels and go like, just fucking really listen to this song, you sons of bitches, you stupid, stupid sons of bitches. Yeah.
Waste of skin.
There's one little part where it's quieter and John is playing. It's an interesting thing that you don't hear very much. I'm not going to do it very well.
Wait. I wonder where you're talking about.
Where he's the lyrics go, and now there's nothing left to kill. You bent their whole world to your will, and
that's a great part.
Yeah, but it goes snare bass at the end, and it's it's an unusual little kind of thump to the end of each line, and it's just sort of an inversion of what it would normally be.
Right? Yeah.
Because it would normally be bass snare.
Yeah.
So much great fucking texture in the drums in this song.
No,
you really
fantastic.
listen.
Just
It really
exploring
subverts
the
expectations
space.
at every turn. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there's lots to say about the song. I really hadn't listened to it in a long time, and I forgot how much I like it. I don't know whether I'd listened to it since I found out all that stuff about how they stopped playing it live and that Rob didn't like it. But maybe, as I said, they stopped playing it live because people didn't get it. They didn't want to think
it could be
hard enough about it.
Yeah, because they're like me and reading it too literally and not having the sense to
I don't even
dive
think
deeper.
I don't even think that's it. I think this is Rob. I don't think the bone on this one is buried very deep. I think Rob liked to bury the bone deeper on his songs. I think this one he felt a little bit. I don't know. I don't mean that as bad as that just sounded.
There is something
really
down
don't.
in that hole.
There is something down in that hole, but I think Rob liked to be a little more subtle with his statements, and as poetic as this one is, it's not subtle. And anybody who would read this and not understand that it was a knock against toxic feminism, well, you're just a fucking idiot. Like that doesn't. And I'm not talking about
toxic
you.
No,
toxic
but it might be me because I
masculinity.
don't.
I'm talking about people who actually would listen to the, and this is not a dig on you either, but people who would actually listen to the lyrics and come away with that feeling rather than having just not kind of paid attention to it.
No, I see what you're
But
saying.
we'll probably never know because I don't think we're ever going to get Rob's views on anything we have to say. Which is
man,
just fine. Probably how it
maybe
should
he'll
be.
talk about it in the book too. I'd love it if they talked about
Maybe.
this song in the book for real.
Anyway, I think we have now talked about these two songs and saved this fucking episode.
Oh
so
my God.
let's do ourselves the favor of voting
The fever.
for this last pair
We
up
do ourselves a
of
fever.
Angel or Devil versus Hunt the She-Beast. My vote is emphatically for Hunt the She-Beast. Michelle.
I'm hunting and I'm pecking.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And Matthew.
I like
Yay,
Angel and
it's-
Devil, but yeah, it's She-Beast for sure.
Yep. Unanimity all around.
Yes. Wow.
It's catching up, has fucking caught up. And unfortunately, that means that Living is Free is not free. It's in jail, hopefully like Trump. And Angel or Devil has now gone to hell. And Hunt the She-Beast is free to hunt and has a license to kill. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased and frightened to announce there is only one more episode in this season. And it is going to be a super ass sized episode because there are only 6 more songs.
So
And we're going to do them all.
3 matchups.
We're going to do
Do
3
we need
matchups
to-
next time.
do we
And we're
need
also
to-
going to have to lean on Andy a little bit because we have no corrections this week.
Andrew?
And there's some songs that are needing correction. So we will get on our knees and politely ask Mr. Kerr if he can wrap up his wonderful, wonderful notes, which is some people's favorite part of the
Yeah,
podcast,
yep.
including that YouTube guy who pulled out all of our Andy's corrections and put them on, which I'm fine with. By the way, we had a nice little exchange on the comments, so happy for you to do that going forward, sir. Have at it.
Yeah.
All
right.
In any event, we appreciate you listening, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No Means No Thing is produced and edited by yours truly, Jordan Flato. Co-hosting and podcast graphics are by the excellent Matthew
That's
Kowalik.
me.
Oh yeah.
Michelle Strangest is our third and everyone's favorite co-host. You know it's true, and official Foley artist. Shout out to our official mascot, Teddy.
Teddy.
And
Hope
thank
you're
you to
feeling
No
good.
Means No for the use of stock taking as our intro and outro music. This is for all you, girls and boys.
You sick and tired of the same old thing? Or you happy enough? Tell me when there's so much becomes so little, when does too little become too much, when does so much become so little, when does too little become too much?
That's a
All right,
nice
everybody.
ending. That one. That's all for you, this boys and girls.
Okay, well, we do have to do the terrible machine, even though we know what songs
We're
are
doing
left.
the terrible machine.
But we got to.
Well, yeah, but
Oh.
because we have to know what the matchups are.
Yeah,
So our
it's
first matchup,
set
and
to
I'm
have
actually
only
going to
four,
have to
right?
go
Or does it 2 at a time? So,
2 at a time. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to pull 2 at a time for you, but then I'm going to have to go in and edit it
Yeah.
in between so it doesn't pull up the same matchup. So here is our first pairing,
I need
which I actually think this is a good pairing because anyway. Whatever. So there you go. There's our first pairing. This is going to take a little bit longer, everybody. My apologies, because I actually have to edit the machine itself. A little behind the curtain. Do not look at the man behind the curtain because he's fucking Medusa and will cap your ass. Here we go. Let's get rid of that one and this. Let's get rid of that one and let's save this shit.
Your guys'
and let's
computer
refresh.
skills are like
Here we
Out
go.
of date.
Here's number 2. Here's number 2, and I've been waiting for this fucking song. Woo, baby. It's going to be a hard one and a great one to talk about. There we go. There's number 2. Let me get rid of, what was that? That was, okay, let's get rid of that. That leaves only 2, but let's see what order they come up in. All right, get a little bit of Control K in that fucker. All right, let's save it.
do you got to spin the
And
wheel on the
my
Price is Right?
final spin of the wheel is thusly. There you go. And like I said, Matthew, I do not know that one song. You are going to have to send it to my ass again.
And my ass.
All right, we did it, you guys. We did it. We just did the final. These are the last songs, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about we're almost talked about every fucking No Means No song out there. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we could fucking do it? Well, we haven't
Do you
yet.
still
Let's
have? Do you
wait.
have any idea what's going to be the fake number one No Means No song of all time?
I know what it is already. So
I
I'm
think
not gonna
I
tell
do
you, but
too.
I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is.
Do you want a hint?
No, hands down.
No.
No, I already know what you think it is. I mean, you're wrong.
No, actually, if between the three of us and the fans, if I had to pick, it's
And
not,
just
not my favorite
for-
one.
For you fans out there, just so that you know, there will be listener engagement, and this is the secret part, so some of you aren't listening anymore, but we are going to try to have some listener engagement to bring back some wild cards, right? Some of the songs that have been blasted out of existence, no matter what platform you're on, we're going to ask your opinion. So, but we'll talk about that more. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to have a fun, well, I think it's going to be fun as shit, a wrap-up episode. So there's kind of like 2 more in this season, I guess.
Mhm.
We're going to have our
Oh.
real episode next week, and then we'll have an episode where we go through and talk about all the fucking votes we did and just sort of shoot the shit about them.
Oh,
And
I
just sort of
gotta
talk
do
about
some homework with that.
no, I'll send it to you, right? I'll send you all the list,
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of wrap up what it was like. It'll be a meta episode where we talk about making season 1. Then we're going to take a break because we need it. I know I need it. I'll tell you guys for sure. I love this fucking band. I'm ready to take a little break from talking about them so much. I have never dived this deeply into a catalog in my life. And I'm going to need a little palate cleanser in between so that I come back a little fresh.
Right.
When
Yep.
we do it. And we'll be bringing in other voices into season 2, hopefully a little bit as well.
I get to
So
listen to nothing
lots
but
to look forward to.
Toby Keith.
There you go. Fuck that. All right, everybody. So anyway, you know how it goes. We're happy you joined us. Thank you very much. And fuck off.
For shame.